Guys, it is Celeb. If you can see the green, you can understand. We're here at the Xbox press conference. I'm here with Katie Cake Bites. Also here with Mr. James Bolts. It's like, don't say my fucking first name.
I know, right? Don't.
What is wrong with you? Anyways, guys, we are here. We are excited. We got our badges. We're excited to see what they're going to showcase this year. I'm trying to get stuff off my camera right now, but there's going to be a lot of stuff showcased. There's a lot of stuff rumored. Katie, if they show off something, what are you most excited to see?
I'm really not sure, to be completely honest.
Okay.
I'm just excited to actually be here
There
for
you
the
go.
first time.
It's her first E3. What? Y'all got to check her out. Check out the Cake Bite podcast.
Yes.
It's an awesome podcast. Interviews developers, talks about indie games. It's a really, really informative podcast, so definitely make sure to check her out. Bolts, I think I know what you're excited for.
Yes, another edition of Skyrim.
Exactly. All right, guys, talk to you. No, you're ready for Fable.
They better announce it somehow.
And then also the new Xbox is supposedly rumored to be showcased here. So
They're going to have to because Sony's already distributed most of their tech on there.
Yeah, true.
So they're going to have to show something.
yeah. We will see. We don't know as of yet. What's up, boss? How you doing? Hey. But it's always a reunion when you come to the Xbox press conference. But we are excited to see what Xbox has to showcase. Make sure to check us out at Cinelinx.com. Peace out, guys.
Hey, what's up, guys? It is Celeb back again for another video. This time around, we're here to give our reactions of what we saw for the Microsoft press conference yesterday. I'm here with my boy Bolts. What's up, man?
What's up, dog?
You know how it is. Excited to be here. We had a pretty good time yesterday for the most part. We're only going to be talking about like the top announcements from the press conference and kind of like our top highlights of what we saw at Xbox. So, of course, with my boy Bolts, we're going to talk about the big news first. And Project Scarlet is coming out holiday 2020 and is said to be the most powerful console on the market when it launches. It's going to support 8K gaming at 120 frames per second. But the crazy thing, it's going to have ray tracing as well. And this sounds very identical to what Sony is saying the PlayStation 5 is going to be. Both of them are using AMD processors. Both of them are going to have SSD drives. So, Bolts, what do you think about this? Do you think Scarlet is looking promising, or do you think that this is going to be even a bigger competition for both Microsoft and Sony?
I think both of your systems that are going to be presented and ready for purchase next year will be exactly the same. You're getting to the point where you can only do so much in the console race without stepping into the PC world. Yeah. So regardless of how much as you want to say, you are limited at what you can do before you get to that stance. Now, do I think it'll be a big showdown between the two? No, I do not, because I think you're going to get exactly the same system from each system, because you're going to put the most powerful system that they think they can out there on the market, and it's not going to differ from either one or the other. Not the difference between the two are going to be very, very, very minimal. At that point, you're going to be like, do you like Microsoft controller? Do you like a PlayStation controller? Do you like these games, or do you like these games? So that's really basically it.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at, and I agree with Bolts. Now, price-wise, do you think – I'm thinking the PS5 and the Xbox Scarlet are both going to be anywhere between $500 to $599, because the Xbox One X launched at $599, so –
yes, but once again, you're still talking about price and what the consumers are willing to purchase. Because I tell you right now, if you want someone to go out and buy your $500 system, then you have to quit making stuff for your old system. But if you're going to continue to support the PS4 and the Xbox One X, then what's the purpose of going out and buying another $500 fucking system? Now, if they cut, to me, the reasonable price would be either a $359, a $449 or a $399 price. I think that would be okay to better than coming out and saying, hey, buy our system at $499, but yet we're still going to support our old system so you can play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I agree with Bolts. It's a little bit of a weird situation with the whole Xbox systems. Even though it's exciting to see that there are new consoles on the horizon. With Xbox, it's a little different because last year when was it last year that the X launched?
The year before last, I think.
The year before last, whenever the X launched, it was said to be the most powerful console on the market. It was it was the year before last, and it was $599. So the fact that like 2 years later or 3 years later, whatever, that this console's coming out and it's now even even more powerful. It's like powerful upon powerful. I think from what I see, from what we saw yesterday, it's pretty lined up with what Sony has with like AMD and all this. AMD supposedly making a custom processing unit for PlayStation, and I'm guessing the same thing with Xbox. So there's going to be differences, but there's going to be a lot of similarities. So I think Bolts is right that this is exciting, but it's still kind of like, if y'all are going to do this, then like, where's the line going to be blurred? Like, are the Scarlet games only going to be on Scarlet and you can play Xbox One games as well? Because, I mean, you're going to kind of be pushing the envelope there a little bit too much.
And that's the truth. And I tell you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you put in these systems and how powerful you make these systems. What's going to drive these systems is going to be the price of the systems, and that's going to be the day one thing right then and there. Everybody wants to know how much you're going to pay for this, how much are we going to have to pay for this, so on and so forth. Because you can put all the goodies and goodnesses in there, but if you're going to charge $599 to $699 for a system, why not just make us go buy a PC?
Yeah. So then after that, the Xbox Elite Controller Series 2 was announced, and my boy Bolts almost gave it a standing ovation. It looked pretty awesome. There's a total of like 30 ways to adjust the controller. There's adjustable tension thumbsticks, a new interchangeable components, up to 40 hours worth of rechargeable battery life, and customization that you can see as usual. By the way, this list is sourced from The Verge, so big shout out to them. Make sure to check them out. But overall, Bolts, I mean, you're a big fan of the Elite controllers. Do you plan on getting this one?
Depending on if I continue to play World War II competitively, no. This goes out to the gamers who game professionally and whatnot. The Elite is a fantastic controller, and the updates and the changes that they've made to the Series 2, especially that thumbstick tension tightener, that is an amazing ability. And it's also got like the bumpers on the back side. It's got the grips for the thumbs. It's got it's got the ability where you can like quick fire, and it's I'm telling you, if you like custom controllers, this looks right here like it could be one of the best, hands down.
And it's crazy too. I did see yesterday that they have new Bluetooth connectivity to make it easier to connect. They also have 3 different profiles that you can set up on the freaking controller, which is crazy. They have a detachable charging dock with it as well. It's nuts, man. It's really nuts. And this controller looks fantastic. So we're really excited to see what is to come with this. But with that controller, I would really like to see Sony actually make some controllers like this. Now, they have some that they've contracted with like Razer and a few other companies, and they really look a lot like the Xbox controller. They're pro controllers, but I want to see an in-house one. I want to see Sony make a controller that is designed by them, that's not contracted by another company. I want them to really try to make something unique, and hopefully we're going to get a new unique style of controller. What if with the PS5 it was like back to basis? Here's our PS5 controller. It looked just like the PS1 controller.
No, they give y'all the PS4 6-axis controller.
Oh, bro, I'm done.
But hey, I will say this before we move on to the game side of the thing. These new consoles that are going to come out, and Sony will announce theirs within the next month or two when they have their own special little conference. What I really would like to see, and which I think these new consoles are going to support, they need to support mouse and keyboard a lot better. I know Microsoft, the Xbox One, You have to have like a special device or download or something like that to connect the mouse and keyboard. I don't know about PlayStation or whatnot. But if these two systems are able to support, a wireless mouse and keyboard or some of these fantastic gaming mouse and keyboards that are out there, it will do a lot of wonders for y'all.
Yeah, I actually agree. I think there is an ability to use a mouse and keyboard now. I can't remember. Yeah, on PlayStation, but it's not like really highly sought after. I don't think.
Like I said, there's one for the Xbox One, and because our buddy Austin was buying one for his brother AJ, and he went and bought a gaming mouse, keyboard, and stuff like that, and then he had to buy it. He had to go on Amazon and buy like this little connector or something like that, but which was still able to use it, but without buying all that extra shit. Just plug in a mouse and keyboard and go to town. That would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be awesome. So, okay, then we had super weird moment. We had a trailer for Gears 5. It was a pretty unique, weird trailer. It showed off what is it? What's the guy's name? I can't remember his name. Main character's daughter.
Diaz? No,
something I don't know. Anyways, I know this is horrible. We don't know all the characters' names, but we're not very Xbox eccentric at this point in time. But anyways, showed off the main character. She was kind of going through this like emotional battle back and forth with herself, and it was cool. But then of course they show off the new mode in the game called Escape, which looks pretty unique. It's kind of like a co-op mode to where you're, I guess, going from one area to another. And it looks pretty great. It looks to be a lot of fun. And it's it's a different mode, which is really cool. But we didn't get any gameplay. We got no gameplay at all, which
it's fucking stupid.
It's weird, right?
It's dumb.
Dude, I don't know. So what happened is Aaron Greenberg showed up on the was it Aaron Greenberg? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Aaron Greenberg showed up on the stage and was like, "Hey, so we're excited for you to play Gears, but like we're showing you off this trailer today, and like we're gonna show off gameplay later." So it didn't make sense to me. It was like, what is the point? What was the point of having the press conference the way that it was set up if we weren't really going to get gameplay sessions? Like I kind of really expected to at least have actual gameplay sessions showcased, but we didn't. We didn't see it.
And that is very disappointing. We had a buddy named Jason that was sitting next to us, and that's what he wanted to see. I think that's what a lot of people wanted to see. We know you announced Gears 5 last year, big whoop. We wanted to see something of Gears 5 besides just cinematic trailers or something or another.
Yeah, and they plan on showing off gameplay later, like in a couple of months. They have a test coming really soon as well. A beta test. I think it's coming in July. But it's like, we're there, and it's supposed to be the biggest Xbox conference year to date, and we don't get any type of gameplay at all. So I was a little upset by it. But then it was a really weird moment that in Escape, like if you pre-order the game, you can play the game first. You can play the game 4 days early. But then there's a Terminator Dark Dawn or something like that, Terminator pack coming to where you can play as the Terminator. Super fucking weird crossover, bro. Like, I don't know what to say about it.
I have no words either. You want to show us what you can get as you preload and all this stuff? I wanted to see gameplay.
Yeah. Moving on from that, we got Halo Infinite. So, really cool trailer showed off. It looks fucking beautiful. Now, this was showcased around the time of them showing off Scarlet. And this was the trailer. I guess the trailer was made for Scarlet. It looks graphically fucking beautiful.
It was.
Yeah. So, but yet again, we did not get any gameplay.
And I don't think we got any gameplay from that one just because the system is still in development. because that will be a launch title for the Xbox Scarlet. So
Yes.
so that right there that right there is fine by me because that's going to be a next gen release and so on and so forth. But what we saw as far as the cinematics and what was being shown in the format of 8K 120 frames per second, it was absolutely gorgeous.
It looked really, really good. Of course, Commander Shepard. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, Master Chief. I apologize. I love you, Bolts. Oh man, Master Chief. I always do that to fuck with Bolts as much as I can. Master Chief looked amazing. The graphics looked unbelievable. It was very high frame rate, and I mean, it looked great. But like I said, and I mean, I understand what Bolts is saying. That was it's going to be a while, I think, until we really see graphics and gameplay and all that shit from this. So another thing, just a real quick hit. Something that was also being shown off through Scarlet was Flight Simulator, Microsoft's Flight Simulator, and it was fucking crazy. It's coming out to PC next year, and I'm guessing that it's possibly going to come out to Scarlet next year. But it looked, I mean, I'm not a Flight Simulator player, but it looked fucking gorgeous. It looked like real life.
I mean, yeah, it was done in strictly 8K. The whole entire presentation of that was gameplay in 8K, and it was fucking gorgeous.
I mean, it was gorgeous. So another little reaction and stuff we had was the official announcement of George R.R. Martin's Elden Rings. So it was the official unveil. This is actually something that was leaked out before the event, but this is coming from Software, and it looks to be fucking crazy, bro. I think it is definitely going to be a game that I'm going to have to pick up day one. I passed on Sekiro because I was scared that I was going to die too much, but I think
You would have.
but Bolts, what do you think about this? You think it's going to be nice?
From what we saw, it looks interesting. I guess we'll find out more. I mean, there's not much. I mean, this it's kind of. I mean, you got From Software, so you're going to get a nice difficult based game. It'll be nicely story driven. So we'll see. It's just see if George R.R. Martin can pull the story together.
I'm sure they possibly will make something pretty nice out of the entire game. Okay, so one of the biggest highlights, of course, was Cyberpunk 2077. They showed off a new trailer, cinematic trailer that looked fantastic. It was really great. So, of course, me and Bolts are sitting there in the theater. We had really great seats. We were, like, really up close, right there in the middle. And we're having a good time, and they're showing Cyberpunk. Him and me are kind of, like, tapping each other back and forth, like, bro, this looks so fucking good. And then at the end of it, he was like, you hear this little voice pop up. I'm sure everyone already knows what I'm talking about. Pops up and says, "Come on, you're not dead yet." Leans down, and they reveal that Keanu Reeves is going to be playing a character in Cyberpunk 2077. We were really excited. Me and Bolts were kind of like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And then a fucking door opened up, and out of the steam and smoke comes the man himself on stage. Fucking Keanu Reeves walks out on stage. It was probably one of the highlights of any show that I've ever been to. The man, John Wick, Neo, he popped out on stage. It was like Cyberpunk 2077, and then of course the news broke this morning that CD Projekt Red actually gave, the guy that said "you're breathtaking" to him. Yeah. Well, that guy actually got a free copy of Cyberpunk 2077 for saying that. So yeah, like he said a word, you got a free game. So anyways, Bolts, what do you think about the announcement of Keanu actually joining the game?
Well, it's good and all. I still can't wait to see gameplay of Cyberpunk 2077. That's
Wednesday, right?
Yeah, that's all I'm really concerned about.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad he's in the game.
Well, like, what did you think about the cinematic trailer? Did it just get you more hype for the game? Because, like, he had those little blades coming out of his fucking arm, cutting dudes' arms off. It's a little weird. Katie actually said this. Like, why were cussing. Why was cussing bleeped out? But you could show someone's arms getting lobbed off.
As much as getting more hyped, you can't get any more hyped than I already am. So I'm ready for the game. I've been ready for the game. I'm just ready.
Yeah, and they announced that the game is going to be coming out April 16th of 2020. So we are excited about that. Real quick, we got another quick look at the Outer Worlds. It looks fucking phenomenal. We're going to be able to check out some gameplay of that as well. Bolts, do you have anything to say about that?
No, I really don't. I mean, besides the fact of this is what the Fallout 76 should have been in my eyes, of course. But it was made by the original makers of the Fallout series, so I expected greatness, and that's what we got.
Yeah. And then we had a really crazy thing, something that was leaked out before E3. Ninja Theory is making a 4v4 action game called Bleeding Edge. It looks pretty crazy. It kind of feels like their take on Overwatch, but I am after seeing the full trailer yesterday, the fully released trailer. I am really excited for this game. It looks really fucking fun. What about you, Bolts?
No, I really like it because it focuses on a melee style, so it's more of a in your face, boom, boom, boom. I mean, there's some guns out there, but most of the characters have like a machete or a sword or an axe or a fist or something like that. So it's more in your face, boom, 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 going after one another, and it looks really, really cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool, man. I'm really excited. There's even one character that has his jaw split open on the bottom and like flames shooting out, and it looks really unique. And this is something that Ninja Theory has been working on for some time. They are having a test June 27th, a technical alpha. So hopefully some of you all will be able to check that out. It looks pretty fun. Really big surprise here. First off, Blair Witch. It was a little demo, and I actually thought that it was going to be a different game, but it was crazy. It was only like a cinematic trailer, but the Blair Witch game looks to be very unique. What did you think about the trailer?
At first, I was sitting there watching this guy walking around with a flashlight. I was like, well, guess they're going to bust out a new Alan Wake game. Yeah. But as it was going, and then the camera popped up, and then it was like, is this an Outlast game? What is this? And then it just continues on, and then the camera finally gets a little deeper towards the end of the video. It pans out, and you got the Blair Witch insignia. It looks rather it looks okay. We will see. We will see in time, but it looks like I could play that game.
It's like what Bolt said. Originally, I was pretty sure that this was an Outlast game. But then afterwards, showcasing, they were showing some really crazy ass shit, and I was like, damn, bro, like what they're showing off does not look like Outlast. And when it zoomed out and showed the Blair Witch symbol, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I did not expect that. Another thing they showed off was a quick, very, very quick gameplay trailer for Battletoads, which has a really cool new art style to it. Looks pretty fantastic. I'm really excited about what is to come from Battletoads, especially coming back after such a long time from the original 2D style of gameplay. Really big thing right here, too. Double Fine has officially announced that they have joined Microsoft Studio. Microsoft has purchased Double Fine, which is a huge, huge move. What do you think about Double Fine being part of the Xbox family now?
I mean, congratulations for joining Microsoft. That's about it.
What? That's it? Like, bro, you know how huge that is? Tim Schafer is like one of the biggest game creators in the industry. Like, you don't think that's a huge move by Microsoft to purchase Double Fine? Or
well, it's nothing new. They've been doing it for the past year and a half. So, I mean,
what you're trying to get at is like, yeah, that's cool to announce studios, but I want to see games.
There you go.
Okay, I got you. Bolts being the negative one. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. He's being the real one. Another crazy thing is Phantasy Star Online 2 is coming out next year to Xbox One. So fucking nuts, bro. I don't know what to say about that. What do you think?
Fantasy Star. If you know what Fantasy Star is, you had a chance to play it on the original Sega, the only Sega Genesis, basically. It's a huge MMO. I'm not an MMO guy, but Fantasy Star, I could probably get into. Absolutely.
You think so?
Yep.
Another really great thing that we were kind of shocked by was the announcement of Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. It's coming out to Xbox this fall. I think it's this fall. Pretty sure it is this fall, and it is full on 4K visuals. I mean, bro, me and Bolts were losing my shit. I mean, we were losing our shit about this. Like, Age of Empires 2 is a game that I used to play a lot. Now, I can't really remember a lot about it. I have really bad memory issues. But, Bolts, are you planning on, playing Age of Empires 2?
If I get a PC enough to run something smooth enough to run like something like that, then yes, because I'm an RTS guy through and through. I love my RTSs, my Command and Conquers, my Age of Empires, my original Warcraft, all that stuff. I love them. I'll play them until I die. So yes, I will eventually try to play this.
So you would rather play it on PC than Xbox?
Unless my Xbox can support a mouse and keyboard, then I'll be fine. If it doesn't, then no.
Okay. And I think our last reaction, there was a couple of indie games and stuff like that. They had the announcement that the Lego Champions or whatever is coming to Forza, which was pretty cool. But I think the one thing that was pretty exciting for me and Bolts, being people that have really supported Hytale since it was announced, was the announcement of a brand new game called Minecraft Dungeons. It's a over-the-top Diablo-style Minecraft game that obviously may have been, I don't know if they just created this game to take on Hytale, but it's obviously they created this game because a lot of people have wanted an adventure mode in a Minecraft game for some time. So what do you think about it, Bolts?
It's far long overdue. Microsoft bought Minecraft, I don't know, so many years ago, and they're just now getting to this. I think this should have been one of the most main focuses once Microsoft purchased it, and as you can tell, it looks really entertaining and a lot of fun. So I'm excited.
Yeah, there's looks to be classes, 4-player co-op, full dungeon aspects. This is something that me and Dara are fully going to be playing, and hopefully we'll be able to get into some matches with like Bolts and of course like AJ if they do cross-platform play. So I'm really, really excited to see what is coming from this. It says right now it's coming to Windows, Xbox One, Game Pass, Switch, and PS4. So that's another great thing about Microsoft is since they have purchased Mojang, they've really tried to bring out whatever they could to other systems, and they haven't been like, well, it's all exclusive now. So, but anyways, guys, that is our reactions. I hope you like what you're seeing as well. I tried to share as many little videos and shit as I could from the conference, and they may not be in order, but it's, I don't know. It's a crazy thing. It's always crazy trying to make these videos and get you guys some content as quick as possible. But I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bolts, do you have anything else to say about the Microsoft press conference?
It was lackluster.
Do you really? Oh, well, he thinks it was lackluster because Fable was not announced.
No, not just that. You showed us everything you showed us last year.
Yeah, and they didn't show a lot of gameplay. So I would probably say I would give it a C+.
D-1/2.
Well, I'm going to go with C+. Bolts is going to give a D-1/2 and 3/4. So love you guys. Make sure to check us out, Cinelinx.com. Hit that sub button as well if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, either on Cinelinx or on Second Opinion Productions. Peace.